Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play The Thrill Is Gone as recorded by B.B. King on guitar. Now this is an iconic minor blues guitar song, and it uses something called the 12-bar blues chord progression. So if you're not familiar with that, you're going to be after this video. Now one of the cool things about this song is it's in a minor key, so we're going to be using a lot more minor chords, and then there is some little twists that B.B. King does at the end of the progression just to break it up so it's not like the very, very common old school 12-bar blues, just using what I call the 1, 4, and 5. Now in this video, I'm going to break down the rhythm that I would play if I was playing this song in a band or playing along with the recording and just jamming at home. Now if you would like to see another video detailing out some lead stuff over this, let me know in the comments down below. But this rhythm pattern that I'm going to show you in today's video is so important, and it's very similar to what I covered on the Allman Brothers Stormy Monday lesson, but that's like a major blues. It's a very common slow blues in a major key. Now this is the minor version of that. Now before we jump in, I want to hook you up with a gift right away. If you're new and you haven't downloaded my fretboard guide yet, you've got to grab this at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the 5 must-know chords and scales to play in any style, anywhere on the neck. And this is what I think about when I'm playing a solo over a progression like this, or even putting the rhythm together. I'm viewing the neck through this system, and I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below to download your copy. All right, well with that said, let's break down this song. Let's break down how to play The Thrill Is Gone as recorded by B.B. King on guitar. Now this is a 12-bar blues chord progression in a minor key. The key is B minor, and we're going to use 4 chords. So I'll play it for you just one time through so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll dive into the chords and the rhythm. Here's what it sounds like. 3 and 4 and... Alright, so we're going to use 4 chords to play this, and this is going to be a great just accompaniment part that you could play behind a singer or with a band. And the first chord I'm using here is a B minor 7. Now this is a standard sort of jazz style chord. It's played here at the 7th position, and all of the notes are on the 7th fret. So I'm playing 7 on the low E. Then I'm muting the 5th string and then playing 7, 7, 7 on strings 4, 3, and 2. So that's our B minor 7. Now, there's a few ways that you can play this. You know, the way that I was doing it was putting my thumb here on the low E, and then just taking my index finger and covering those strings. And that's a great way to play this chord. I actually would recommend that. But if you're not used to your thumb, you could use your index here and then put your middle finger on that low bass note. The thing is when we play this in context, we're gonna do a little slide. So you could slide that index finger, or one other way is using the 3rd finger, but for me I'd rather slide the index. That's just easier. So whichever way is comfortable. You also could just leave off the bass note and just play a version without the bass note, but that's not going to sound as full if you play it just at home on your own. So this version that I'm showing you has kind of bass in there, and then I'm also keeping the rhythm going, which I'll explain as we go through. So that's our first chord, B minor 7. We are gonna slide it up, but more on that in a second. Now the next chord is what we call the 4 chord, and that's an E minor 7. We're gonna play from the 5th string down on this one. 7, 9, 7, 8, and 7. That's E minor 7. And then we'll move that up 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, and we'll bring our middle finger up 1 string and add our pinky to the 12th fret here on the 2nd string. And what that gives us is, starting on the 5th string, 10, 12, 11, and 12. So that's G major 7. Then we're gonna drop it down 1 fret and take that middle finger off and do a bar for an F sharp 7. And those are 2 really cool chords back to back. You could hear how that takes us back to the B minor 7. So all together, just to review, B minor 7, E minor 7, G major 7, and F sharp 7. So those are the chords we need. Now, in the first 4 bars, we're gonna just be on that B minor 7, and we're gonna play. So what I did there was I played the bass note. I hold down the B minor 7, I get 2 of those bass notes. It's on the low E string, 1, and then on beat 2, I hit those remainder strings there, just the higher string, so 1 and 2. Then I'm gonna play some scratch strums, and 3, and just kind of play muted there, so I'm not really pressing down anything. And then on beat 4, I play that chord again and slide it up from 7 to 9. So all together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, and we're gonna do this 4 times. Okay, after the 4th time, then we go to E minor 7, and we're gonna do a similar thing. Here we're gonna go. Okay, so what I did there was went to the E minor 7. This time I'm gonna play the 5th string, because that's our root note there. I'm gonna play that twice, and hit the chord. Then I'm gonna take, this shape is called an E minor 11. And what I did was I took that E minor 7, but I just removed my ring finger, and then I just played from 4 down. Then we slide it up 2 frets, just like we did on the B minor 7. Now on the E minor 7, which is our 4 chord, we get that sound. It's really cool. And then we go back to B minor 7 2 times. So that was, so far, the first 8 bars, 4 times on B minor 7, 2 times on E minor 7, 2 times back on B minor 7. Let's put that together, just the first 8 bars. Here's what it sounds like. 3 and 4 and. Going to E minor. Back to B minor. All right, nice work. So now we're gonna go to the last 4 bars. And we're gonna use those chords, which we learned earlier. G major 7, F sharp 7, B minor 7. And I love this because, you know, a lot of blueses do the typical like, what's called a 5 down to a 4, you know, back home to 1. But this So it kind of has a little jazz twist there. You get that real kind of nice minor cadence. So what this is G major 7 for a bar, F sharp 7 for a bar, then B minor 7 for 2 bars. Now here we're going to play a little straighter rhythm. We're going to play eighth notes and just go between the bass note and then the chord like this. So that's 1 and 2 and. So that's 2 bass notes, then I hit the chord, and then I just do like a muted strum. Then again. Then drop it down. Then, so on F sharp 7, I just move that chord down, I'm playing the same pattern, and then back home to B minor. Now here I'm gonna play that sliding riff like we've done, you know, every time we've played B minor. So these are just little moves off of a chord. It's like, instead of just staying static on this chord, why not do these cool little licks? And again, you'll hear that right on the recording. You hear the guitar player do those little slides, and it just sounds so cool. So let's put it all together. We're gonna play one time through this 12-bar blues. So just to recap, 4 B minors, 2 E minors, 2 B minors, 1 G major 7, 1 F sharp 7, and then 2 B minors. Get ready, I'll count you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and go and. Congrats on making it through this classic minor blues chord progression for The Thrill Is Gone, as recorded by B.B. King. Now this chord progression is so useful to know, and you can move it around the neck and actually play blues, minor blues in different keys just by playing the same thing but in different places on the neck. But start with just this first one. Now keep in mind, this is definitely more of an advanced guitar lesson, so know that you have to give your hands time to get used to those shapes and different combinations, and you have to develop what's called muscle memory, and you're gonna get that by just working on this, you know, consistently over time is the key. And to help you even more, be sure to download my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is really going to come in handy when you want to see these chords on the neck, but you also want to know the scales that go with them and how you could maybe improvise a solo over this. So grab your copy at johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide completely for free, or use the first link down below. Also, let me know in a comment what your #1 song is that you would like to see me teach here next on the channel. Thanks for your support with the videos, and we'll see you in another one real soon.